What's up, everybody? Back again, Warp Charge Gaming. It is I, George, and James, episode 80. We are getting in there, man. We're on our way to 100 before you know it. But it's Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we go live every week. And I hope that you enjoy the show. Got some stuff to go over. James eating cookies and milk. It's practically Santa Claus. Nice, dude. You got some. Yeah, you went down. Got it in.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely Santa Claus, dude. When you got snow on the ground, nothing's better than milk and cookies.
Yeah, man. I'm here in Richmond, Midlothian, Virginia, in Battlegrounds, our home store where we do all of our content and we're partners with. And James in Antioch, Illinois, next to the Chicago area. And yeah, we've been partners doing Warp Charge Gaming for over 2 years now, and going into year 3 here with big plans on the horizon and continuing to grow every day. If you're new to the channel, we talk about tabletop wargaming on this particular show, and it used to all start out with 40K, and that was all we discussed. And as we evolved into more game systems, we talk about a lot of different things now. I have some content and things to show over this past week, James, because I went to a big tournament in Baltimore.
Ooh.
Yeah, good 3-hour drive. Got some footage from that. This is actually the 4th time we've hit live today. I streamed 3 other games previously today due to this is the day we play Infinity. I got a small calendar going on. We're getting ready, as we stack content up, I'm getting ready to get a organized approach to how we're going to be releasing content so you guys can know when to tune in and catch your favorite type of game systems. I'm hoping that people out there are down with multiple game systems, because I know we are, or at least I am. But yeah, so been 3 different Infinity games today. If just for the sake of, I like to use this talk show to give the behind-the-scenes communication, because I feel like the people that watch the talk show are the ones that are kind of the most entwined with what we got going on. And the moment that I post videos live to YouTube, after we go live, they automatically post. I'm deleting them. Because then I'm going to upload them manually after the fact. So if you want to watch videos that you're hoping to catch later, you catch us live, but you can't watch it all, you can go back and watch the post videos on Twitch and on Facebook, but the YouTube's going to be the more curated content. I'm super pumped because I just finished my first highly edited Infinity battle. So you're gonna dig it, James. It's there's explosions, there's gunshots. I found all kinds of cool audio samples for the different like sci-fi weaponry in this game.
Is there smoke? Is there smoke?
Yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire. Let me see if I can, for the funsy of it, see if I can get a little preview going on. Let's see. There we go. Edited. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about. Try to randomly find it. All right, this might be a spot. All right, so we're lining up down here. I got my. I'm getting ready to throw some. So there's some smoke right there. There's some smoke, and that was nothing crazy. It's beautiful when there's like missile launchers and stuff. Oh, here we go. All right. He's checking range. This might be not a spot. Here we go. It's easier when I'm looking at the edited part. Come on. There's about to be some smoke, I know it.
This is riveting. Absolutely riveting.
I know, right? Here, I'll make it bigger for you. We're riveting indeed. It's going to be nice on the back end when you watch it. The sound effects are my favorite part. Here we go.
Pew, pew.
Oh, I'm moving a guy.
Pew.
Right? Yeah, you can't hear it, but it's like boom, 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 boom. It's coming along here. Give me some shots. Oh, this is never working. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you guys, it's much better with the audio. But yeah, I found all kinds of cool guns. There's one gun in this game called a chain rifle, and it's you put down a template, so it makes me think of a flamethrower, but it's actually it just puts out so much like shrapnel. It only has a burst range of like the size of a large flame template, but it's not actually a flamethrower. So at first I had fire effects, and everybody was kind of talking some shit. So I had to find a chain rifle sound. I found one of those like Gatling guns, like when they like crank that thing, and it just like. It's a crazy sound. I found that for the chain rifle, and it was very appropriate. I hope you guys check it out. It's going to be tight. Edited down to like 45 minutes. A very nice, watchable piece of content with a lot of movie effects. So excited about that. What's also really cool is we got a couple things this weekend. This Saturday is going to be 40K. Tomorrow, I actually did this past week, I waged war versus the Imperium. So all of the new books that came out, Raven Guard, White Scars, Ultramarine Supplement, Imperial Fist, fucking Iron Hands. I always want to say Iron Fist. But yeah, all these new books, I've made a challenge out and the community responded pretty cool. There's also the new Psychic Awakening for Eldar. So tomorrow I'm going to be playing Connor against his new Psychic Awakening. I actually have, show you guys a shot of the army I'm going to play. I think it's this one. Yeah, check this one out. There we go. So a nice little demon horde there. It's similar to a list I was running for Nova, but I wanted to kind of kill the Plague Bearers, and I really wanted to bring in the Celeste. Celeste is like that new Demon Prince stat-lined Slanesh model that came out. That thing slaps, man. It has a buttload of attacks. I'll try to show this to you bigger, James. But yeah, it's going to be 20 Zangors and the old. I can't resist the Zangors mixed with the Bloodletter bombs. It's just it feels so good to hit those screens and the stuff that you want to get out of the way for the Bloodletter bombs. It's like you either have guns or you have Zangors. Is kind of how I'm operating. So Dark Matter Crystal those Zangors, kill the screens, try to tri-point some shit, come in it with the backup with the Bloodletters. And then we got the Celeste, we got Ahriman on a disc, we got a Contorted Epitome, Bloodmaster. I made the Corn Detachment pure so I could get those reroll charges for free. Bloodmaster for that +1 strength. Demon Prince of Corn to the Skull Reaver Axe, obviously, get those reroll ones to hit. And then Demon Prince of Tzeentch for 1,000 Suns, get those double powers. So with Ahriman and the Demon Prince of Tzeentch, I'm going to have plenty of 1,000 Suns abilities as well as the tactics. I took a patrol for that and took 2 battalions with 6 units of Nurgling. 2 of them are 4 deep. That's like, I don't know, 80 some wounds worth of Nurglings on top of the 80 models of Zangors and Bloodletters with a big bunch of beefy guys fighting in the back. Of course, Contorted Epitome locking everybody up. So that's without paying much any attention to all the new rules that exist for these new books, and that's kind of the fun of the challenge that I made to the Imperium and the Eldari out there is I really haven't been paying attention. I'm going to see if my old tricks still hold it down. Here's another list I put together that I think is fun. This one's cheesy. 25 Wolfen, Murderfang, Bjorn, a Relic of Leviathan Dread, a Rapier Carrier with a quad launcher, and a Wolf Lord. I think it's actually a Wolfguard battle leader with a jump pack, and just bare bones. He's basically there just for the reroll ones to wound. So it's just big beat sticks. I mean, the Relic of Leviathan with double Storm Cannon Array, putting out 20 shots, strength 7, -2 damage. Bjorn's just rocking as a Soul Cannon. They're barely. I mean, that's some guns, but I mean, it's just so much strength 8. -3 damage with +1 to hit. Plus, we're getting that extra attack on the charge with a shock assault rule. So, Wolfen have won me games with as little as 5 in a list. So, I'm just wanting to spam the shit out of it. I think it's funny that they got whatever they have, and I'm just like, I got Invuls and I got hammers, man. Let's go. So, looking forward to trying that out with some of these bastard mutant childs of the Imperium. Pretty cool. Cutting your audio back a little bit, James. Got a little bit of fuzz going on. But yeah, so this another cool thing going on is we've announced our 40K major. So you guys should be seeing that on screen now. That is the Reckoning. It's the second time we've done a major event. And what's pretty cool, kind of by happenstance, is it's 2/22/2020. So we got all the 2s. It's the second event of the Warp Charge Major collaboration with Coastal Wargaming. And it's the second month, the 22nd day on year 2020. So pretty fun, pretty cool. You gonna make it to that one, James?
I don't know yet.
Oh, got some consideration. I like it. Checking out our old chat here. Dang, dude. I think we're just hanging out in chill zone, like nobody's even hanging with us. Am I crazy or am I crazy? All right.
I have no idea.
There's a couple people out there. Right on, right on. Buttons. So let's go back to here. All right, so we got a major coming up. Excited about that. It's February 22nd. That's going to be 64 spots, thousands in prizes. We're going to get the neoprene objective markers. Pretty stoked about that. And, you know, that reminds me, speaking of big tournaments, coming up in December is a first-time situation, being that the Atlanta Open is going to go down by Pro Tabletop. We talked about that a ways back, like $10,000 on the line. Big ticket. Let's see here.
5,000 to first place.
Yeah, man, serious business. So one thing that's pretty cool that I'll show you guys now is somebody came into Battlegrounds with a board. So check this out. So this is the way that every mat's going to be, and it's what's really cool about it is that it has, you can see the little squares on it if you look really close, and all those squares are exactly 1 inch apart. So you basically kind of always have a measurement system on the board, and you can see all those big circles everywhere. Those circles are the exact same thing as those neoprene mats built into the imagery of the mat itself. So always having that, when you know you're inside that circle, you know you're inside the bubble of the objective aura, and it already has all the placement of those objectives per whatever mission you would play ready to go. So they're all about trying to speed up the game, and that's one thing they're doing at the Atlanta Open is they're having full deploys go down every mission. So at every mission, one player is going to put down their whole army, and the other player is going to put down all theirs. On these, where you see all this terrain on this board right now, all of that is marked on the map. So you can see kind of like if you look at the L's in the middle, there's a rectangular shape there showing where the L's are placed, where the L's are on the top left and right there in the corners. Also, you can see that kind of brickwork there where a building's supposed to be. It's already marked out, and this terrain that you're seeing in the picture here is actually the same terrain that'll be there. Now, this was apparently like a $25 package. You can also buy a more decorated version of it, but this is just kind of quickly put together. The forest area right there, flanking the middle of the L's is a little bit more decorative than that. He didn't finish building it. But you got these blocky hills. It's just you have like millimeter thick walls, so very easy to be able to get in range of an enemy unit through the wall. Dictating whether you can travel through the wall. It's all just very mapped out, systematic. Like the distance between all of the terrain pieces, like from the L in the corner to the forest in the middle, is exactly 12. From the small piece of ruin in the flanking sides of the board in between the hill and the L shape, that's exactly 6 inches apart. And you can tell all these exacts very quickly by looking at the squares on the board. They just had a demo game on it a minute ago, and they were talking about how when if he charged through the forest, he'd be -2 to his charge. But by whenever you have to do like bit turns when you're doing your measuring, you have to do like kind of windabouts and like circular type turns. The measurement gets a little more abstract and difficult, and you got to kind of stair step your movement to make sure you're being accurate. But they could easily tell quickly where those movement patterns existed, and there's plenty of room for it to be ergonomic for troops to be able to travel and vehicles to be able to travel in between things. So it's very thought out. I was pretty impressed by the mat and what's going to be going down with that. Let's see if I got another one. Yeah, here's another shot for you. So yeah, it looks great. You can see the Pro Tabletop logo right in the middle, all blended into the aesthetics of the mat. Pretty badass. They're definitely trying to take it to that next level. I've never seen any event with custom maps like this. So we got a comment, will you be in cover if you stand next to the L's? You would have to have foot in cover, and that's where oh, I see what you mean. The L's in the middle, they have no, they just have the markings. That's a good question. I'd have to ask the organizer on that one. You should. That L really should represent a ruin, as it typically does, and a ruin as just one giant wall is pretty boring. They already have the markings to show it as a full ruinscape, so I could expect that you could count as in cover if you're inside the rectangle there. Good question, though. Good question. So yeah, pretty badass. I'm impressed. And unfortunately, we're not going to have that at our major event, but we will have beautiful tables, and they all will be nice. What up, Brandon? We will have very nice tables, and we will have Coastal Wargaming comes correct with their terrain. Everything will be the same and in the way that it functions, but everything will also look unique and match the mat. So looking forward to that. If this is exactly what you see when you go to tabletop, I'll appreciate the fact that, again, that it's very functional and very going for that professionalism of everything's to the letter, but that's a boring ass table. They better put some paint and some flock on it or something, because I mean, that all in all, that is not an immersive table. It looks like shit, but it functions very well. And yeah, I do think the L's are tall enough to cover knights. That was a question from Cesaru again. What do you think, James? Could you get a visual on that at all, looking at my screen?
Yeah, I can check it out.
You like it?
I mean, it's minimal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it covers all the bases. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it gives you functionality. And for a tournament, you want to kind of keep it cheap so that like you can cover more tables.
especially when there's $10,000 prize.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as the decorative immersiveness, not quite there, but great start.
Yeah, and again, this is a $25 package you can buy online to be able to practice. Can Necron? Nobody can perch on the L's, I do believe. That's why they're so paper thin like that, man. Nobody can get up on there, which is probably a good thing. Sorry for the Necrons there. But yeah, this weekend we got our own 40K tournament. Looking forward to it. That is this Saturday, so you guys can catch 3 rounds in a row as we stream our tournaments every time we have one. And this weekend's 40K. Next weekend is going to be Age of Sigmar doubles event. I'm thinking in December we're going to rock a doubles event for 40K to finish off the tournament season, which is another exciting thing to bring up real quick. Let's jump back over here. Show you guys, I did some mathing to look at where we are with the Season 2 Tournament League for Warp Charge Gaming. Bring this spreadsheet over to you guys. All right, so currently, first off, how we rank it is that I got this people attending chart on the left, and you can see that I give bonus points based on that. And then based on the ranking of a player, I will give them X amount of points. So a person that gets first place, I give them 10 points. For every set of 10 people that come, I give an additional bonus point. So like at our major that was 64 people, if you got first place at our major, then you would get 10 points. And then for there being over 60 people, that would get you 6 additional bonus points. So that's how I do my scoring on the ranker. So when we come over here, I took all the participants, which we can look at on this sheet, and I started to highlight those that have came to the most events. The winner of our league is the top 3 scores out of all the 6 tournaments that we do in a season. And so far, Austin, Jonas Beardsley, Stephen Christopher, and Philip Corman are our top runners with the highest scores over multiple tournaments. And that puts us into this ranking. Currently, the person that won season 1 is Stephen Christopher, and he is first place right now. He's the only person that has 3 tournaments in the bucket. If Austin Winfield, I hit him up and said, yo man, you got to come take this thing. Right now he is 7 points under Steven. So that would mean that if he got a 4th place with 9 people, he would tie. So if he gets a top 5 with 20 people, then he'll win. So if Steven doesn't get any better score than what he's gotten, which is a 1st, 2nd, and 8th place, Steven got 8th place at the major, which still equaled a solid amount of points. He only got 3 points in his for 8th place, but because he got 6 bonus points because there were 60 people there. So all Austin has to do is finish a top 5 finish, and he should steal first. If Philip comes down from Dark Bunny Creatives from Raleigh and he gets a 1st place finish, he could also steal 1st place. So we got some hot contesting going on for the big Season 2 winner, and I'm looking forward to see what goes down with that. Cesaru's asking quick top. I don't know where he's referring to Brandon, but he's asking for the quick top 3 armies. Maybe he's on Facebook or something referring to somebody in that chat. But yeah, that's weird. I'm not seeing as many of the. I see the viewer count on screen, but not inside of YouTube. The question is, let's go ahead and answer this, James. The question is, what is our quick top 3 armies we expect from this weekend?
Marines.
Marines. Gotcha. Cesaru's calling me Brandon because he always forgets, right? Okay, cool. Marines is James' pick. I'm gonna say that Tao's gonna be in there because they've been historically in there for the last few months. I also think Marines after that. Tau, Marines. I'm not sure who's going to get first, but I bet those are going to be the factions that are in the top 3. I would like it to be different than that, though. I would like to see chaos. I wouldn't mind orcs. What's some of the least likely top 3 factions, and who out of those top 3, or just in general, would you prefer to be first, other than chaos? So,
Genestealer Cult.
You want to see Genestealer Cult win it?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the least likely to be in the top 3? You think?
Grey Knights.
All right. I'll say Necrons. Grey Knights, Necrons. Who else? I miss Orcs. I'd like to see them up there, but that's not who I'm really thinking. Who else exists? Apparently, the Inquisition came out in the latest White Dwarf. We got asked if they could. Those rules were going to be utilized. I gave it the green light. So we might see some Inquisition shenanigans going down.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Just gonna kill them all. Yeah, I can't think of it. Space Wolves. Space Wolves is a very unlikely faction to be in the top. Very unlikely. And in fact, I would rather see them, if I was going to pick one that I would love to see win other than anyone else, it would be Space Wolves. And I'd be hella impressed. Hella impressed. Let's see. So, yeah, we talked a little bit about, we got our upcoming participants in the Season 2 Tournament League that we got going on, Battle in the Warp. We got our major event coming up February 22nd. We got 3 streams going down for round 1, 2, and 3 this weekend. And then Age of Sigmar next. And then another awesome thing that we do on the second week of each month is we announce our latest and greatest Patreon supporters that are going to get paid out. And so Connor, he already knows and has gotten taken care of, but Connor got hooked up for being a Patreon supporter. And then Antonio, big shout out to you, my friend. I sent you an email. I don't know if you watched this episode or anything, but we're waiting on to hear back from you on how you want to spend $50 for your Patreon reward, and we highly appreciate that. We had some other people that were going to be before Antonio, but they left us, James. We've had a few losses of support. I know that it, no harm, no foul. Just know that it means a lot to us, and you're keeping us going for real. We're doing our best to grow and strive, but there's certain plateaus we have not been able to cross due to financial burdens or the expense of things. So we're gonna get there. Particularly, I really want to add in a 4th camera, really bad. And it's a $200 move. We want to get the new neoprene objective markers. That's an investment that we have to make in order to have that stock, etc., etc. We got some dice. If you either get a shirt or you want to get some dice versus being a Patreon supporter, go to warpchargegaming.com and go to our shop, and we got some dice for sale. We got some shirts that James designed, and we really appreciate the support, guys. But yeah, I think upcoming we are looking to revamp the Patreon support methods. I think most of the people that are backing us now really are just doing it for the love of our motivations and intentions, and hey, that rules. Less so the package, even though I think we made a pretty ballin' Patreon support package. Everybody that's gotten hooked up with that shopping spree has been like, damn, you guys are doing it. Connor spent $100 on a shopping spree when he did not put in near that dollar amount quite yet. In supporting us. So we definitely try to give more than you give to us, and that we're pushing it forward and hoping it works out, kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, in other news, James, let me show you a bit of the content from Baltimore Brawl, man. So I went to a big tournament, and you're going to see this a little bit less than others, actually, James, because you're stuck. No, I didn't, actually. It was super fun. My biggest intention with going to Baltimore Brawl was to not get my ass kicked. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to talk about you there, Mike. Here's a look at the... yeah, man, these tables were incredible. It was so cool to see a 60-person event of Infinity with 30 tables here. Oh, I'm not even showing you guys as cool as it could look. Let's go like... let me show this better to you here. Let me close my face down. There we go. Bam. Okay. Yeah, not a 40K table, buddy. Yes, these tables are amazing. Let's back it up again. All right, so there was 30 tables there. My goal going to Baltimore Brawl was not to get my ass kicked, and I wanted to win one game at least, and everybody that I played, I wanted to put the fear of God into them. I wanted to make people feel like they were going to lose and be scared and have close, good games. And man, that is exactly what happened. I won one major victory, and every game I lost. I really beat myself, man. The games were extremely close, and when I ended up getting to a losing fundamental, it was because I basically continued to engage and have bloodlust when I should have played the mission and backed off. I mean, literally, I had the upper hand in every game that I lost. On one game, I tabled an opponent, but inside of Infinity, if you cause an opponent to go into retreat where they only have 25% of their models left, then the game immediately ends after they have their turn. And so I needed my next turn to win, but didn't realize I killed so much stuff he went into retreat, and so the game ended and he won. It was crazy. One game, it literally came down to the very last move of a person. Another game, I could have just ran away and hid and not continued to engage, but I continued to fight and let the dice play their role, and dice went bad on me in the very end. Man, it was crazy. I had a fantastic time. Players were great. Tables were amazing. So it was a really good experience overall. Just a sweet table that was all like a city. Got all these like dump trucks and shit on it.
Yeah, some are definitely sweeter than the others.
Yeah, some tables were kind of Fisher Price. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, man. So, and this, pretty compact space. That place got pretty hot up in there. This is a store called Games and Stuff in Baltimore, Maryland. There's some of that Game Mat EU terrain we use ourselves here in the shop. You guys can get a Game Mat EU discount from the Czech Republic if you want to use discount code WARP10. Cool table. Whole different world, the old Infinity here. That's actually the first table I played on. Just keep going here. Another wild and crazy place. The immersion of these tables is definitely a step. Like I mean, just think. We just looked at the tables from that 40K event. That was the most boring piece of shit ever. Look how immersive these tables are. Like these ladders, they actually matter. I mean, they're a big deal actually. So every bit of the landscape has a fundamental aspect to the game. Let's see what else we get. Beautiful piece. Plus, all these buildings actually open up, and you get inside and you play from within inside. So there's, being inside of a building is a big deal. Laying board. Pretty basic board here. This board was crazy. See if we can back it up a little bit. This board was super beautiful. Some LEDs and whatnot. But man, I had a great time. Infinity's fantastic. This board was sweet. I'll show you guys a shot of what my army looked like. So there's me with the old Ariadne. That was my list straight up. There was nothing on there that did not get fielded. And in this game, having 10 models on the table is pretty typical. Having like 10 to 15 orders. I had 25 orders. So that was a lot to work with. I'm definitely more hoardy. We're low-tech werewolf people. Just mute you out here a little bit, James. But it was good stuff, man. So you hit play on that one more time. Yep, more of the Hakkasan board. I'll show you guys one more shot here to show you a scope of how many people are at this place. Here's the award ceremony at the end. You can see all these nerds in one spot. It was funny, we did a group picture at the end, and I got the video of us all getting together as a group. There's who was left at the event when it was all said and done. Yep, there's that big 60-man shot. Great time, though, man. Great time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little preview there. Get us back to the show here. Bam. Guess I'll try anyways. There we go. Nice. There's James. Buttons. And this button. Haha, we're back. Cool. Yeah, so that stuff was cool, man. I had a great time. So James, we've covered a lot.
Do you mean you covered Infinity?
Oh man, I talked about the Warhammer 40K event this weekend. 3 streams in a row on Saturday. We got the Age of Sigmar next weekend. We got 3 games of Infinity today in Baltimore Brawl. We got our tournament season winners coming up for the next. We got 2 more tournaments left in season 2 of the Battle in the Warp tournament. We talked about our 40K major on February 22nd that I hope to see sell out and everybody come attend. It's going to be incredible, partnered with Coastal Wargaming. We talked about the Pro Tabletop event that's going down on the in December here for $10,000 worth of prize support, and saw their cool custom mat and board that they have going on. We showed the difference of how crappy and boring a 40K table can look and how cool an Infinity table can look in comparison. I showed some lists. We're going to play Eldar tomorrow. Showed you the demon list that we're going to play. So, we covered some things, James. Covered some things. That was only 30 minutes of talking. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about this thing where they said everything comes round again, even squares. What's that, James? That was a Warhammer Age community post. We do not know. It was actually by Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So what the hell are they talking about? Surely they would not go back to a square-based system.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's silly. I think it's for some other additional game, or I think Chris had mentioned they might come out with some converters. That'd be interesting, I guess. But you were not gonna. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
They did some previews of corn stuff.
Oh, really?
And you know me and my corn stuff. So, you know how what's that dude? Karn? He has Gorechild.
Yeah.
Well, there's Gorefather. So that is now a new relic.
Oh.
That if you have a Chain X, you can upgrade it to a Gorefather.
Okay.
And unmodified 6 to wound, just 3 mortal wounds.
Damn.
Because it's normally flat 3 damage weapon.
Yeah.
Now it becomes mortal. So that's pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's game-breaking competitiveness, but still pretty cool.
It's more shit. We also saw the demon weapons in general, right? There's demonic weapons, and even the what is it, Inquisition, or somebody has access to them.
Yeah, and then they came out with a Warlord trait, and I'm actually very surprised by this Warlord trait. If you're going against a character, you reroll all hits and wounds. If you're going against a model with 5 or more wounds, you also reroll all hits or wounds.
No.
I mean, that's a pretty hefty Warlord trait.
Yeah, that's a lot better than the ones we have access to right now in the Demons book. The Khorne Demon Warlord traits are kind of like whatever. None of them really even matter that much.
I always go to default Oblivious to Pain.
Yeah. You tell me about this, James. See if you can enlighten me on this. We actually filmed a game of 40K as well. I don't know if you caught it, James. Did you see the 20-minute match I had against the Warhound Titan?
No.
Yeah, we posted a video up from, I think it was yesterday even. He took 1 Warhound. That was the first challenger on my wage war against the Imperium. And so I brought in a 2,000 point list, Brass Scorpion, Lord of Skulls, and the Chiton. So the Chiton got his first time on the channel and got to take his first skull. The Chiton did the killing blow on the Warhound. So that was the first kill of the Chiton is a Warhound. Pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
Yeah, but I took 2 Dark Apostles and a Master of Possessions. Took that Cursed Earth, Infernal Power, Warp Side Plea, and the one that gives you +1 to hit. Benediction of Darkness was the other one or some shit. But anyways, I didn't care for any of the Warlord traits, except there was access and battle scribe to the Shadow Spear Warlord traits, which
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar that they had a unique set of rules.
It's for psychers, yeah.
Yeah, because I took it on the Master Possessions, going to give myself reroll ones on my casting.
Yep.
So like how that's not in any other book, it's just in like some sort of little supplement inside this Shadow Spear box?
Yep, the Shadow Spear box. And a little, it's like, I don't know, 20 pages, if that.
That's
And,
whack.
yeah, it's hilarious. I have it around here somewhere.
Cesaro, you're throwing me off with this calling me Brandon stuff, but yeah, that match was nutty, dude. That weapon sounds like it sucks. Spider bots all day. Oh my gosh, Michael's trolling us, James, particularly me, because on our 40K chat, I was talking some shit one night. I got those 25 woofing, and me and Mike are in a debate about whether 3 Seraptics for the Necrons, 3 of the big Forge World spider bots, can take on 25 woofing, and Murderfang, and Bjorn, and a Relic Leviathan Dread, and a Rapier Carrier. I'm saying the 25 Wolfen plus that Dreadnought support is going to wreck 3 Seraptics. He says his 16-inch move and spreading them all apart, that he would take me down. I think my 3-up invulns and my own movement and deployment capabilities and the amount of damage that fucking Wolfen put out will kill 3 Seraptics. I think 5 Wolfen touching a Seraptic will kill it. I mean, the math's there. I mean, in 25 Wolfen, if you were to hit everything, it's 88 attacks that if they all got through would be 264 damage. That's more than enough to take out 3 Seraptics. We're going to get it on. Mike says trash. Mike is damn near determined that he believes that it's going to be a contrary. We're going to do a proxy match. We're going to pull out a Hierophant, and we'll grab some other big spindly fucker, and we're going to call it a Seraptic and have this throwdown. James, do you feel like 25 Wolfen plus Relic Leviathan and all the other bullshit will take out 3 Seraptics?
Well, dude, he's got no way to ignore your invul. If he had a way to ignore your invul, then yeah, he could take you out.
Yeah.
But since he doesn't, yeah, he'll lose.
You heard it, Mike. You're going downtown. This game, the challenge is on. You just tell me when, brother. 25 Wolfen going to take them down. I almost want to play with just 25 Wolfen and not even bring the Dreadnoughts. I'll take points away.
Dude, I honestly think you could probably do it with 15 Wolfen.
Well, seriously. All you gotta
I'm
do
not
is
playing.
I'm not either. You just touch them. You dead,
Like
son.
15 Wolfen, I think would do it.
And like killing me in combat is like, oh yeah, you're dead, son, because I just fight you when I die.
Like, especially if you outflank them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm a little concerned. I would outflank one of the units, probably like a 5-man, and I would run the 2 10-mans right at him, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, advance and charge, dude, then move 7. I'll be fine. Not to mention Relic Leviathan. And the moment that he's shooting at the Relic Leviathan Dread, who does 20 shots at strength 7 minus 2/2 damage, that's the moment he's not shooting at Wolfen. And, I mean, even a Bjorn alone could take one down. Murderfang alone is putting out 8 attacks that do 3 damage apiece, re-rolling to wound, like strength 12. Like, you're getting fucked, dude. I don't know what else this list is going to be able to fight, but I know it can fight 3 Seraptics. No, it's like what it's born to do. Let's see. I'm going to pull up the image of it again just so we can... Now I'm riled up. Call my list trash, Mike. You're going down, son. You get your ass over here right now. We can just stay up late and fight. Grudge match. Grudge match. I'm passionate. Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, if you ran something that actually was a real list, we could talk, Mike. But you run 3 Seraptics, you're crazy, dog. That's just pure. I'm meant to die. All right, that was exciting. Mike says he has tricks, of course, James.
Of course.
Yeah. Cesaro said, one thing that confused me is that at the end of the Gore Child, it says, and the attack ends, or something like that. I don't exactly know what it means by that.
The sequence ends.
Yeah. Oh, Mike says he's on his way now. Oh, it'll be a quick game, son. It'll be a quick game. Oh, Mike says he's on. You get your ass over here, Mike. We'll play right the fuck now, dude. I will bust out. I'm ready, dude. Oh, my God. You hear this, James? I'm going to get him, man.
I hear it, dude. Just roll right into it.
All right, guys. I heard the door open. I was like, Mike? All right, guys. Well, apparently we might have a throwdown here after the talk show. We'll see about that. 25 minutes. All right, cool. Cool. Battle Royale into the night. Sounds great. I got a key, man. It won't take long, though. It's not going to take long. Oh, yeah, we're going to film it. We're going to film it. You can only catch it live if you're tuned in, or you're going to have to watch it on Twitch or Facebook, because we're going to post it on the back end on YouTube, guys. But it's going to be fast, and you're going to blink your eyes. It's going to be over, because I'm going to wreck old Mikey boy here. It'd be pretty cool, though, if he did win, just because I talked a lot of shit. And even though there's, going to be a Hierophant proxy and shit, it's still like badass painted Forge World beasties, so it'll be all right. What'd you say?
I still think 15 Wolfen can do it.
I do too, man. I'll do my best to handicap myself. Like, I'll put an arm behind my back as much as I can. Like, I'll go like this, one arm back, and
just forget your whole shooting phase.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cesaru says, if the sequence ends, do they get to roll Feel No Pain? Yes, they do. It's just talking about your attack sequence. Like, you don't keep going.
Yep.
Everything else plays itself out.
There's so many other things in the game that does other mortal wounds and additional damages, and it caused extra attacks, and they just wanted it to be like, no, it stops that you just get 3 extra mortal wounds instead of just normal damage.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm all riled up now, dude. Oh, can't wait. Yeah, I'm actually kind of like, Baltimore Brawl was healthy for Warp Charge because I'm kind of like scratched the itch. I like trained really hard, played a bunch of fucking games, and it's been like 6.5 weeks or 7 weeks since I played 40K, so like I'm reinvigorated and looking forward to it. It's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. Cesaru says, so Flames of Spite wouldn't work? Not familiar.
That's the one additional mortal wound when you wound on a 6.
Oh, that would still that still work.
Yeah, I believe that still works. I'm not 100% how it works because I don't have the book. I just saw a little snippet of how it's worded.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, James, I know you got hella sick over the last couple of weeks. Has there been anything fresh or new in your 40K life or anything?
Absolutely not. I have been incredibly sick. I'm still not completely over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that shit's a bitch. I know you're not the only one, and it's a painful thing to have to suffer through. So if you're sick out there right now, you should eat some cookies and milk like James does. Feel better.
Yes, and then watch all the backlog videos because there's hours and hours and hours worth.
Yeah. You know what else? Another thing that went down this week is I studied our most watched areas of the world and of the country. And let's see if we can get a guess out there. What country do you think watches us most? And if you think it's the U.S., what state do you think watches us most?
Dude, I'm going to go with Antarctica probably watches us the most.
Oh, nice.
And if we're going to have to go with the province of Antarctica, I'm going to say the U.S. territories.
I've never even considered Antarctica with its provinces. Okay, well, Cesaru made a pretty educated guess there. He said USA, VA. I mean, we are in Virginia. That's a reasonable thing to say. It used to be back in the day that we were actually watched more overseas. The U.S. has taken up the mantle. UK is next in line. Canada is right behind that. But out of the U.S., it turns out, which makes sense, some of the bigger states out there are actually where we get the most watch time from. And it was California. California, one of the biggest states out there, they're the ones. Then came Virginia, and then came Texas. So because California and Texas are kind of West Coast, when we go on to we're about to get in line with a scheduled content release where each week, every day of the week, you're going to be able to get the content you know and love when you can expect it. And I think we're going to be posting according to the West Coast time frame. So probably like noon West Coast time, 1 o'clock West Coast time. in the afternoon is when we're going to start posting videos on the regular as we stack content up. That's why I'm hitting the record button and trying to get stuff ready to present to you guys in a more curated way. Try to beat these algorithms a little bit and get into the eyeballs more. Because we need that shit to get watched and we need your support, you know what I mean? Shit. Let's see. So apparently I got a battle in a few minutes. That'll be my fourth. It's going to be the fifth time we hit live today. And it's going to be the fourth game I played today. So it's bigger, more games than an RTT. That's damn straight. I play them games, dog. I do play games, James. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Did you guys talk about more chaos predictions? Two wound thing was a troll. Two wound thing was a troll. I don't know exactly what he's describing there.
I know what he's talking about. They were talking about making the elite cult troops 2 wounds. That was the rumor. So Plague Marines, Berserkers, Noise Marines, Rubrics all going to 2 wounds. I have no idea if that's true or not, and I don't think it would be.
Yeah, it'd be silly.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely get a points hike.
I do believe in the rumor of our regular Chaos Space Marine troops getting cheaper.
I can believe that.
Because normal, like, TAC Marines, like the normal Space Marines, they're cheaper. So I think we're going to go more into line with them.
Do you think it's for the integrity of the game or to sell and put models on the table?
I think it's to put models on the table.
Yeah.
Just being honest, bro.
GW is...
The rules don't make them better, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the rules that they changed for Red Corsairs to get 3 extra command points for rocking just 15 of them, yeah, that put 15 on the table. Them changing the points is like, oh, now everyone's going to have a unit of Red Corsairs. Like,
yep,
that's all it is. Like, you won't see Marines taking anything else. So, like, they have to change the rules. Because even, like, Black Legion, you can't do it. Like, it's just not going to work. At least with Red Corsairs, you can bring a whole unit of 20 back, and you can do a 20-man march.
Yeah. One thing that I like to reflect on that point is the, a lot of times when new rules are like, we're getting all these leaks and stuff, people talk about it like whether something's good or bad or it's going to be disgusting. The relativity of like something actually being good or bad always isn't just the rule itself, but how much does it cost? Like the Warhound, like, it actually is terrible because it costs 2,000 points. If it was a 1,000-point model, it'd be incredible. And that's just like quality of just like a Stompa. A Stompa sucks not because its rules are terrible, but because it costs too fucking much. So I mean, a lot of times quality of something is actually a lot more dictated by price than it is the rules itself. And so even without changing Marines rules, like being objective secured is good enough to be a rule that you desire, especially with Red Corsair's abilities. So just make them cheaper, and now they're good. They're worth taking. It's all about efficiency of points and what they can put out for what you pay. That dictates quality more so than just like some overpowered rule system, He says he wouldn't feel as bad as losing a squad of Rubrics to a Knight if they weren't so expensive. Yeah, feel that, man.
Oh, dude, I run a shit ton of Berserkers. I run, 30 Berserkers now. So I 100% understand how expensive these elite troops can be. And if they were 2 wounds apiece, that would be nice, but it wouldn't solve, like, their problem. Like, I think they all need a feel no pain. And honestly, like, Plague Marines, make theirs a 4-up feel no pain.
Ooh, that's saucy. Oh.
Like, give me a 5-up feel no pain with Berserkers. I'd be much happier than having a 2nd wound. And then, if you still had toughness 5 Plague Marines, but now a 4-up feel no pain, ooh, that's so gross.
Yeah, that hurts a lot. You know, it's funny about, we were just talking about models getting sold and everything. My buddy Will, he picked up the new the bone Asariah Bone Reapers or whatever, the new Bony Boys that came out for Age of Sigmar. And he's been trying a couple games out, and they have been doing wreckage. And it's so obvious that their rules are amazing to go in line with, oh, here's this new release, here's all these new models, we got to make our return, so here's these ridiculous rules. Like, nothing in Sigmar has the survivability that these guys have. He just played a 2,000 point game where he lost 2 troop units. He lost 10 models out of 2 troop units. So like a total of 20 models lost. These guys have like a 3, and this is Sigmar, where saves are a lot harder to come by on like the 2-up, 3-up saves, These guys have a 3-up rerollable save, and they have a 5-up feel no pain. They can start out with a 6-up feel no pain, can get a 5-up feel no pain. So a 3-up rerollable with up to a 5-up feel no pain. He was doing the math of like, if you hit them with, let's say you're a 4-up to hit with no rend or AP, then it's like 260 some damage you have to successfully wound in order to actually take a squad of troops out of this force. So they're like their saves and their output, their damage output, their resiliency is just on the stupid level, on that OP level. And it's just funny because it's just like, oh, GW, you fucking bastards. So apparently, yeah, it sounds about right. These new Bony Boys are supposed to be insane and crazy. So I haven't played them yet, but you guys will see them on the channel here shortly. They are currently, he has a full-blown army. He bought the whole 2,000 point army. It looks amazing, but they're unpainted still. He's getting them all commissioned up by Oscar Lars Painting Studio, who I actually partner with to do our Age of Sigmar battles. So that's going to be incredible. And they're definitely fucking strong as hell. And we talked about this on last week's episode, like, how much is it on a dry erase board where it's like, all right, here's the timeline of the appropriate amount of time to have busted ass OP rules, and then right about here's that bitching period where people start crying a lot, and then here's where we FAQ it. I swear to God, it's already preconceived that they know their rules are way over the fucking top, and there's going to be another moment where they're like, okay, let's FAQ it. The FAQ is already written, and then they're going to be like, we heard your feedback. We probably went a little too far.
Yes, George. This is exactly how the world works nowadays in business.
You sons of bitches. Cesru's like, oh, yep, like Riot Games with Lord LOL. What is that? Lord Live. I don't know what he's talking about, but it sounds like, I don't know, LOL. Damn it. League of Legends. Thank you, sir. I was bugging me. Yeah, apparently that's just like they did it with League of Legends, Riot Games. Okay. Yeah, you make busted ass shit and then you fix it a little bit later, like it's okay, and you made a simple mistake. And it's after everybody buys their full-blown armies. That's why it's super important as a player that gets into these type of games to get into it for the right reasons. And if you pay to play and chase what's the latest and greatest, be prepared to fall on your face whenever it's not the latest and greatest. When the next rules, and it's also funny how like when another release comes out, it's like the direct counter to the other releases that were really good. Like when we had Connor on the show talking about the Psychic Awakening, he was getting like AP -3, AP -4 on his regular fucking Eldar troops. It's like a perfect counter to Marines. And it's almost like a direct, oh, you guys thought Iron Hands, the Salamanders and shit were all busted? Well, here's Eldar back in the fray again, wrecking everybody. Yeah, so funny stuff. Yeah. Cesar is agreeing that he would be salty if he was chasing the meta with the pay-to-play. That's why, James and I play Chaos. We play what we love, and it's good to enjoy self-restrictions, like to come up with your own challenges. If your challenge is to win a tournament, then you better be prepared to get major victories 3 games in a row plus. If your challenge is to do better than anyone else that plays your faction, that's a little bit more obtainable and reasonable, and you can actually have a good time, if you ask me. Yeah. So, James, we've pretty much hit this hour mark, dude. We nailed it.
Dude, I think we did something. We accomplished things.
Yeah. This episode 80, was a lot more put together than episode 79. I'm just saying.
Hey. But you might have laughed more in episode 79.
Oh my God, I was dying. I watched that one back, actually. You were cracking my shit up, dude. You fucking hilarious.
I was so sick. The fact that I even got out of bed to do the damn thing is enough.
Oh, your belligerence was on point that episode, my friend. Very good. Well, I hope you guys out there are smoking them if you got them and tipping one back and enjoying yourself and enjoyed the show. Getting some minis painted, getting some games in, studying some tactics and this and that. We'd love to hear from you. Throw us some comments down and tell us what you're thinking about in life and the channel. We sure would love to know about what kind of support you would, or rewards you would like to see from us for our Patreon system, is really right now our bread and butter on how we can bring in some income from what we're doing, and God knows we're trying to make this shit work. So if we can hear from you on cool things you'd like to see us 3D printing and selling, shirt designs, or just ways that we can share each other's, give value to you and you give us.
Where do we got to
support
meet
return.
you to touch you? What do we got to do?
What we got to do? Do we got to send you some cookies and milk? Chris isn't here, but he'll definitely fuck you.
Oh, wow, George. Wow.
Well,
All right. If you stayed to the end, you got that one.
And we're starting to
Keep
devolve.
taking fun serious, guys.
Yeah. Big love. We'll catch you guys next time. Seth